This weekend I talked about fighting for unity and fighting for the gospel, that more than anything else with all that's going on in our culture, that we need to make sure unity in the church and the gospel are the main thing, that they're not in the back seat, but they're in the front seat, and that's what drives us. I know there's a lot of things in our culture right now that get us upset, that get us angry, that something begins to burn in our heart and our mind where we feel like we just have to say something. I've felt that before. I know you've felt that too. But that's the thing. I think we have to be very, very careful with what we choose to say. And why are we saying it? Are we saying it just because we're angry? Are we saying it because we can't keep it in any longer? Are we choosing to say something because we think that it will add to unity or that it will add to the proclamation of the gospel? I think before we choose to say anything, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's on social media, we're really coming before the Lord and saying, God, is this going to help unify the church? Is this going to help the spread of the gospel? Or is this just going to cause more disunity? Today I want to read Psalm 39, or parts of it. And I think you can see the psalmist wrestling with this right here. He's angry, he's frustrated, but he's wanting to protect his words and what he chooses to say. Psalm 39, it says, I said, I will guard my ways that I may not sin with my tongue. I will guard my mouth with a muzzle. Interesting. I mean, the psalmist understands that his words can get him in trouble, and he's saying, you know what? I need a muzzle on my mouth. You ever felt like that? I felt like that. Like, God, seriously, muzzle me, like sew up my mouth because nothing good's going to come out of it right now. It says, I will guard my mouth with a muzzle so long as the wicked are in my presence. Interesting too. He understands the fact that there's wicked people around him and that if he's not careful with his mouth, well, what is that going to do in regards to helping them come to have a relationship with the Lord? He says, I was mute and silent. I held my peace to no avail, and my distress grew worse. My heart became hot within me as I mused. The fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue. So that's the thing. When you try to be silent, it's like you can feel it inside of you, the anger burning, where it's like, I have to talk, I have to talk. Well, guess what? The psalmist, he ends up talking. You know who he talks to? He talks to the Lord. He says, O Lord, make me know my end. What is the measure of my days? Let me know how fleeting I am. Behold, that you have made my days a few handbreadths, and my lifetime is nothing before you. Surely all mankind stands as a mere breath. I'll stop right there. In all the anger, all the frustration, he comes before the Lord and say, God, help me to count my days. Help me to realize that my life is not going to last a long time, and that in this life, every opportunity I have, in these times, may I make sure that I represent you well. So church, I continue just to plead with you. I know that there's things that you want to say on social media in regards to just all that's going on. But think about unity in the church. Think about how others think differently than you in the church. Think about those that are around you who don't know the gospel and what they're going to think when they see your post or what you say. And may everything that comes out of our mouth honor God and continue to move the gospel forward and making sure that people have a good idea of who God is and would want to follow him with their life. May we live for his glory, may we fight for unity, and may we fight for the gospel. God bless you.